Jobs Partnership is an organization that reaches out to those who are in need of employment skills and life skills, and we do that through community resources and through churches and through other volunteers who might know someone who could use those services.
There are so many reasons to get involved in Jobs Partnership, and you might think of it initially as I did, that you're volunteering your time to support and help someone else, which is the foundation of it. But I think that I would say to when you volunteer, you might be surprised at what you get out of it.
What I was doing for me wasn't working, so something had to change.
Sherry-Ann had some big challenges in her life. She had some big barriers to employment. And to tell you the truth, I was not sure how we were going to overcome some of these. It seemed pretty darn challenging to me, and I wasn't sure what the road ahead was going to look like. So we just worked through the program and took it step by step.
The first one, when we had to go to the class, I'm thinking 12 weeks, and then when we were talking about it too, it's like, okay, I'm not really getting this. I don't really understand it. But by the time the end of the 12 weeks comes up, and you're walking through graduation, and I have this with me at all times. It's my charm. I take it everywhere I go. You walk through graduation with such pride, and then you're like, can I not still show up on Tuesdays and Thursdays? I mean, you don't want it to end then.
We encourage those students to stay in touch with us because they form a real bond with those coaches whom they can call afterwards, but they can also stay in touch. In fact, we encourage them to stay in touch with Jobs Partnership as lifers.
Jobs Partnership has so many great tools to support this journey that our students are on. We do a lot of assessments to help them define their personality, to define their skills and their abilities, and things that are a natural fit for that. We come up with careers that are a possible match for all of those, so they don't have to reinvent themselves, so they can be themselves. Because I think that's the best way to be successful, is when you don't try to change who you are, and we were able to match those careers to what their God-given skills and talents are.
Well, some of the life skills that we teach students in Jobs Partnership would be what we call in the workplace soft skills. So it may be respect. We may make sure that we teach them what responsibility looks like, dependability, cooperation and teamwork. And those kinds of soft skills are the things that employers are asking for in the workplace.
Each person that I see make that transformation, each person that grows from the experience, each person that I've come in contact with, and I can feel that I've helped in some way, it just makes me want to do more.
It just gives you people skills. It gives you employer skills. You just can't help but learn from it.
And because Jobs Partnership is probably one of the only organizations that I know of that bring many people together from many different backgrounds, even our church partners, many different denominations. I don't care what doctrine is and what you believe, all of that set aside so that when we come together from all four corners of the community, people are there for one reason. That's to reach out and help somebody else.
Well, because you got to realize that Jobs Partnership, it's not telling you what your religion is by any means. I'm not saying that. But it gives you a grace of God, and it gives you that type of environment, and it surrounds you with that type of people. So it just is common sense to think the employers are going to be around the same caliber if they want to be involved with Jobs Partnership. Makes sense to me. So when you're walking in knowing that they're part of this, it might not guarantee the job, but it guarantees you the type of company that you're applying to. And that's the type of company that you want to work for.
A lot of people come and have been either misguided, misinformed, miseducated. as to what values in life is all about. So to be able to give that without pushing is really, it's an aha moment not only for the participant, but it's an aha moment for, the trainer or the mentor or the coach as well.
I think I grow every time I am able to go into my toolbox and take something out that they gave me. I think that just makes me grow. I can't help but grow from it.
I have grown tremendously as a person since I've been able to do this. It's been such a reward. God puts us in these places not by accident, but on purpose. And I've just got so much out of it with the personal relationships, the learning from the pastors. I feel like I've had an education, and it's been so good. So rewarding.
I never once thought of bringing God into the workplace. And now I deal with customers, I deal with problems so differently and with a different grace. And I got that because of the tools that Jobs Partnership gave me.
Coaches, volunteers are not on their own. When they volunteer, they always have a partner. So even if they're new, they can partner with someone who's been there, who has some experience, to help them along the way.
We had amazing support. Within the class, there's a head coach and there's a team leader. So both of those people, we have their phone numbers and their emails. So that's the direct communication that we worked with. Any questions that we had were really easily answered.
But all volunteers, as they spend time together, they realize that they've learned as much as they're there to help the students. And so they're thrilled about that. And so we get a lot of great comments from volunteers who say, sign me up again, I want to do this.
I had been down a really, really, really dark road, and it didn't lead anywhere good. And I was so afraid coming into this that people were going to look down on me, make me feel less than. But with the group they surround you with, it was nothing but uplifting.
So I would say to those people who are interested at all in doing something into the community, the Jobs Partnership would be the perfect organization for them to come and sit in on, take a look at, and I can't say that I met anybody who was ever sorry, once they got involved with Jobs Partnership, that they ever came to observe a class. In fact, most of those folk end up volunteering.
A Jobs Partnership was the start of my walk back to the Lord and back to a much better life than I was doing by myself. My world has not been the same. My life hasn't been the same. The people I surround myself with are not the same, and that's huge. But it was like one of the first steps back to recovery, and it was a strong step back to recovery. And I definitely know that now my life is so much better. And if I hadn't taken one of those first strong steps, the program, Jobs Partnership, and getting my life back with the Lord, I wouldn't be here sitting talking to you at all. And I consider Jobs Partnership one of the major steps that got me back to where I am now.